Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. I am Hope Roberts, a registered architect. I've been practicing architecture for the past decade. I've had experience in design build. That basically means we do architectural design and also we offer construction services.
What really does an architect do?
An architect is in charge of creating space. We help clients realize their dreams by putting it down on paper. So if a client wants to develop a property, they share with us their ideas, then we brainstorm with them, see if it actually works or introduce new concepts to it and help them achieve this by creating and designing spaces for them, making sure that the rooms work, they flow well, making sure that their budget actually fits well in what they desire.
Please share your design consultancy process.
Our design consultancy process is very robust. So we have the first stage, which is the inception stage. During this inception stage, the client comes to us, shares with us their ideas. We brainstorm with them, see how viable it is. After hearing all this, the next stage is usually going to site, to visit the site to see if the ideas the client has actually fit within the site context. So we visit the site. After doing a site visit, we come back and we do conceptual sketches. These conceptual sketches are used to help communicate with the client and show them what they had in mind. What we're actually doing is we're putting down together the client's thoughts on paper. From the conceptual stage, we usually move to the modeling stage. The modeling stage is actually the 3D visualization, which at times we call 3D renders. This helps the client visualize and really appreciate the design ideas and concepts that we're sharing with them. So once we've had a back and forth with the clients just to make sure that these are indeed the ideas they had, we move to the next design phase, which is the scheme designs. The scheme designs are usually the blueprints that we issue for approval. So this has more information. They are the designs that usually have a little bit more dimensions, drawings, the materials, and these drawings, the scheme design drawings and approval drawings, are usually the same that we share with the other consultants, such as the engineers and the quantity surveyors. These engineers use these drawings to prepare their own set of drawings, and these are also used by the quantity surveyor to produce cost plans, bills of quantities that would help guide the budget. Before we get to the construction stage, we usually do tenders. These tenders, as consultants, that is the architect and the QS and the client, will help guide the client on the best contract. Then the final stage is the construction stage. During this stage, we offer site supervision services to ensure that indeed what we had designed and what we had planned are being implemented so that no shortcuts are done. And I believe we've seen scenarios where if not supervised, we end up with two different buildings, what was proposed and what has been built. This process is very important and one of the most important processes and stages in the design or consultancy services offered by consultants.
Is site supervision really important?
Site supervision is one of the most important elements in the consultancy because it actually helps the client achieve exactly what they really wanted. And during this stage, we are able to adjust some of the features towards being site specific so that in case there were challenges on site, the consultants are able to issue new sets of drawings and designs and also advices. So at times you have challenges that crop up, at times even with the structural elements. At this stage, it will be best to find these solutions to this problem, especially let's say for a project we handled during the construction stage, we actually realized that there were cracks appearing under the beam. So the engineer had to come in and analyze the beam designs and actually redesign better structures and braces to support the building better. So this was caught early enough, but you can imagine the kind of damage it would have caused the developer, especially when the clients would have already gotten into the building. So this process usually helps and ensure that the designs are actually built to the best interest of the clients with the help of consultants.
What is your take on sustainability?
Sustainability is a very interesting topic and part of design. It usually encompasses at least three facets: the social aspect, the economic aspect, and the environmental aspect. Most people focus on the environmental aspect, which at times is called green architecture. So the environmental aspect is meant to ensure that the building is actually not, or the construction and the project is not detrimental to the environment, the process of constructing this, and also the process of occupying and usage of this building. The other aspect, which is the economic, at times we are told that sustainable buildings cost much, but this is not true. If you're to use sustainable materials, these are materials that are affordable and locally available, then technically a sustainable building should not be as expensive as it's thought. And usually at the end of this process, you are able to recoup that the cost implications of this building. Socio-cultural aspect is usually one aspect that is usually forgotten or not considered as much, but it's very important. Buildings do not sit or stand on their own. They're not an island. They're usually based within a society. So that's why you have very many iconic architectural buildings, because they sit and they're owned by the community. So the impacts of these buildings in their community should be considered and ensure that these buildings actually contribute towards the well-being of these societies.
What is your take on AI in architecture?
AI is the newest kid on the block. Everyone is obsessed about AI, and for all the good reasons. It has come with all the good things, but also apart from the good things, it has come with equal fear, and this has caused a lot of panic in various industries, not just in the construction industry. So just the same way when computers came in, there was a lot of fears of computers taking over. That's the same way AI is right now. But if you connect the dots backwards, you realize that computers have actually created more jobs that it cost losses to. So it's up to the consultants and the players in the industry to adapt and use it to their advantage. I've had questions like, will AI take over the roles of architects? But I believe it's more like, how will AI help improve the architectural or construction industry for the betterment?
Kindly give us your parting shot.
Parting shot is we are going to have an amazing series for you on the built environment, construction, urban design, energy efficiency, and all this. So we just request you to kindly click subscribe, follow us for more information so that we are able to share and learn in equal amount. Thank you and welcome to Kakaan Build Talks.